What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another day in HPH life. John and I thought we'd take y'all around this morning. We know now when the Peterbilt's leaving. So what's next? What do we do next? What can we build for you next? So we're just going to show you some of the projects. We've talked about some of them, but we're going to show you what we've got. And we're going to let y'all decide what's next. Just put in the comments which one you want to see next and what you want us to do to it. And we'll put something together and give it away next. We've got this S10 here that we kind of had sitting here looking to build a rally truck out of. We've got the motor and stuff here for it to get started on it. It's going to be a V8 rally truck was our thought on it. We thought it'd be pretty cool to do that. This is the 379 Peterbilt cab on the 1-ton Dodge Dually that we talked about. It's got a 5.9 Cummins. You can see we've done a lot with it lately. It's got a 5.9 Cummins in it. We actually had this truck, the brakes and all hooked up, ignition and all hooked up. We had this truck running and yard driving. It's pretty cool to play with. We decided, like I mentioned before, to go to an automatic transmission, so we pulled the manual out and just hadn't got around to putting the transmission back in it. This truck wouldn't take a long time to finish. Get the transmission back in it. It's running and driving again, and then we just need to blow it apart, sandblast it, get it all painted, exhaust, wiring, stuff like that. To actually make it nice. Take very little to finish this truck. I see this truck with Alcoa 22.5 wheels on the front with some Low Pro 22.5s and super singles on the back. Super singles do great donuts, in case you're wondering. They spin really well. We've got this old Ford pickup cab that somebody else had kind of started a rat rod with, and then we wound up with it, wanting to build a rat rod, kind of a little shop truck when it started out. There again, you can see we've had a lot of time to do a lot with it. But what we want to do, this thing's on an S10 frame now. It's kind of set up for a V8. Honestly, the work that had been done to it wasn't very well. It wasn't the quality we want. Not sure it's anything I'd trust my life with to go driving down the highway, but the plan we came up with is we're going to take the cab back off this S10 frame and we're going to put it on a Ford Explorer frame. Although we're not usually Ford people, we had it. We thought it's pretty cool. It's a 4.0 V6 that ran and drive, and we're going to shorten that up, put that cab on it, kind of build some kind of little bed for it, and make a pretty cool little rat rod out of it. Get it going. We've got an old Chevrolet step side truck. Seems nowadays more people want fleet sides than step sides. I'm still a step side fan myself. We've actually got everything here to finish this. It needs cab corners and rocker panels like most of these old trucks do. Get the bed finished, put a new wood bed in it. It's sitting on a 02 Tahoe 4-wheel drive chassis with a LS automatic transmission. We got most of it fitted up and ready to go, started taking it back apart. My vision for this was the old bed's pretty solid. I still like the step sides. Like I say, get this thing sandblasted, painted, new wood bed in it. We've got a little metal work still to do on the cab. Rocker panels and cab corners need to be redone. Some work on the floorboards. We'll get all that finished up. I see some new Dakota gauges to go with LS, maybe a turbo or two. I'm kind of old school. I like big winch bumpers and heavy steel bumpers and stuff. That's kind of my vision for it. What's your vision for it? Let us know what you think. Just comment on what this truck finishes up like for you. We've got another W9 that we plan on doing the same thing we did with the Peterbilt cab on the Dodge chassis. We've got the Dodge chassis here, running, driving truck. Just like a lot of Dodges, the dash and stuff's falling out of it. The body's falling apart. That Cummins motor still does what it does. So we got a W9 to do that same project with. This is it right here. We'll get it set on the Dodge chassis, get it painted, put new interior in it, get everything fitted up. Probably the same setup for tires and wheels and all. I mean, this old truck's still pretty solid. It just needs a little love. and some paint. But I think that'd make a pretty cool little truck. We got this little Chevrolet Colorado over here for a long period of time. This is actually our shop truck. We used it to run and get parts and whatnot, and the motor finally let go in it. And we kept it. I thought it'd make a pretty cool little burnout truck, just a hot little 5.3, weld the differential up, and build it something to do donuts out of. Maybe a little drag truck, who knows? These things are pretty light and fun to play with a V8 in them. The old body on this truck's still really straight, good looking truck. Just a motor let go in it. So it's time for its next phase of life. And then we've got the Chevrolet Monte Carlo. We've talked about it a little bit. This car for me, you could go either way with this car. This car would make a really nice complete restoration, or you could do a resto mod. For me, my first thought on this car was I just wanted to do a pretty hot little street car. I was thinking, you know, just racing seats, do interior, don't leave it all open, but no back seat, just panels and stuff to make it look pretty decent. LSX is my first thought for this, with a couple of turbos on it. This car, actually, if you put a battery in it, it'll start and run and drive right now. It's been sitting for about 10 years. That old 350 will still crank, 350 turbo. Needs the floorboards fixed in it. We've got a lot of the parts still for this thing. Stuff that's been taken off. It's got a lot of metal work that needs to be done, which is time consuming, but not a big deal. Somebody actually started playing with this car before that didn't know what they were doing, and they tried to put Bondo over the paint and rust holes that were missing pieces, and but the floorboards need to be done in it, which isn't a big deal, and a little bit of metal work, some of the drip rails. Get that old tired 350 out of it, put a LSX in it, and get it all put back together. This thing would be a lot of fun. Or it could be a full restoration. This is a factory automatic car, factory power brake car, factory air conditioning car. This thing had pretty much all the bells and whistles that you could get on a Monte Carlo back then. Should be real nice either way. Which one would you rather see? You could do a nice restoration and still have the horsepower to play with in the LSX tucked under the hood. Tell us in the comments what your thoughts are. What's your opinions on it finished? This is the Dodge chassis that I was talking about. We have to put that W9 cab and hood on and finish it. This is a running, driving truck. Doesn't have a whole lot of miles. It's a 5.9 Cummins, 5-speed. As you can see, the dash just fell out of it, which is pretty common on these Dodges. It's not like you can buy the parts to fix that. So it'll be a lot cooler as a W900 Kenworth anyway. We'll get the body off of it. This one will be pretty easy to get cleaned up, get painted, make it look pretty sharp. Set that W9 on here, put the power brake booster and all the convenience components on it, sound system, make a fun little toy. And then over here we've got a Buick Regal that we wound up with. This car, we've already put all new floorboards in this thing, done all the metal work, and got it in primer once. Body's pretty straight. We wound up with it. It's sat here for, I guess, about 2 years. There again, the best thing you can do to something like this today, LS, put the interior and all back in it. Probably swap out the rear end, put a little better rear end in it. Get rid of that 305. These little Regals make pretty hot little cars. It's kind of funny, back when these things were new, nobody would ever think about hot rodding grandma's car. Now everybody wants grandma's car to hot rod. It's crazy. But that's the projects that we have here. That's a pretty good list of stuff. Just go through, look at them, think about what you'd want to have when it's finished, and tell us about it. Whatever y'all pick is next, that's what we'll start on next. There again, we'll go by the comments and do whatever y'all recommend the most. And we'll get one of these ready to be somebody else's new ride.
Pretty heavy wood.
We know it'll probably need work. What kind of things are you looking at?
Multiple lights, couple oil leaks, fix the windshield wipers, AC, door seals, quarter fenders. I mean, most of it's cosmetic. Ain't nothing really mechanical wrong with it.
On lease, probably just what, oil pan and stuff leaking?
Valve cover, most of
Valve cover leaking. Yeah. We know she'll need a little love, but we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done.
it. Are we gonna leave the headache rack on?
We're gonna set the headache rack off of it. Take it off so we can get to the back of the cab to polish it up a little bit. And I think we're gonna put some lights in the back.
Okay.
I think some green LEDs to help show you where you've been and look pretty good on this truck. So we'll set that off and put all that together. We can go ahead and get the decals stripped off of it, get the tag off of it, because this made its last trip out the gate until it goes to Fayette, Alabama to find a new home.
Just so y'all know, we ain't just washing it and giving it away. I mean, we're fixing some stuff. It'll be ready to ride when it leaves here.
And we're going to do more than what's on that list. There's other things we're going to do to this truck. I mean, this truck's going to be, like you said, it's going to be ready to work. But we're going to do some things to make it better, too. I know we're going to do some different exhaust on it. And we're going to add a few lights to it. I mean, everybody likes chicken lights and chrome, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're going to add some more lights to it. And we've got a little list of things that y'all have asked for. And we're going to get to as much as that as we can of some of the most popular requests. Remember, we're still looking for a coffin sleeper. If we can find one in the next couple of weeks, we'll put it on here before it leaves. So y'all just follow along and watch Jeff a little bit as he does some of this stuff. You're actually going to watch him fix it. You're not going to hear about it and wonder if we did it. You're going to watch most of this happen right here in the shop as this thing starts its journey to its new home.
All right. Huh? Nah. Is he cutting his U-bolt? Well, we're about to get started on this peak, get it ready to give it away. Gonna cut these headache rack bolts off. It's probably same 50 states, rain, sleet, and snow, so torch is the best way. Can't be tight if it's liquid. What's that smell? We now observe Jeff. Jeff has no idea what he's doing. Jeff is just winging it. Get off. Yeah, it's on. Jeff has no idea what he's doing, but he does a really good job of looking like he does. And we are all in awe of that here. Bingo! Good job.
Shut up. I see it.
It does not use a torch, no. It does not use a torch. Really? If he didn't know, he knows now.
He's free.
Can you reach him too?
That's going.
You may get it.
I got it. She's free.
Yeah, it's just gonna have to stay there.
You notice how that's the mechanic go-to for anything that's hot?
What's that?
Go rag. Bump it a few times, see if it pulls off.
I guess the best side's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
that side. That line's in the way over there.
Turn it or
Now we're just gonna walk it straight off the side here.
alright.
Don't let it hit the back of the cab. It's gonna try and lean.
Alright, Frank, go around those ends.
You got it?
Ready?
Yep. You gonna come down here where you can get a hold of
You
it?
guys need help?
Yeah.
Do you really? Probably.
Yeah, come on this side.
Over here. Hold on now. Don't drop it. Get it? Yep.
Set her on down. All right.
Damn, I was coming over here to be funny. I didn't think
All right, well, that's where we got on the Pete today. It's getting about time to wrap it up this evening, but we've got some juicy parts coming in tomorrow for it. We should be able to get into the nuts and guts of it and show you all the real work.
Like, share, subscribe.
Comment. She's good to go.